Dr. J is making a house call to Tucson. Legendary basketball player Julius Erving will be here next week. He'll join former Arizona Wildcat Bob Elliott for a fireside chat to benefit the African American Museum of Southern Arizona. Jason Barr has more on how this event came together.
We have brought a major icon to the city of Tucson.
It was back in 1977 when former Arizona Wildcat Bob Elliott was a rookie with the 76ers. That's when basketball legend Julius Erving offered to room with him during training camp.
From that point on, Julius and I, he's been my big brother.
Elliott's kids call the player known as Dr. J Uncle J.
He's family.
But it was during COVID when Elliott's then 7-year-old grandson Jody needed to report on an African American hero.
He looks at my wife and says, "Where is the place here where I can see people that look like me that did something?"
There was no African American museum in Tucson or Arizona for that matter. So Bob and his wife Beverly, who's the executive director,
we started with a blank sheet of paper,
created the African American Museum of Southern Arizona. It has artifacts such as the diary of a slave from the 1800s.
You can hear the story of what the slave said the slave went through.
There are the Buffalo Soldiers, an ode to former Arizona coach Fred Snowden, and an exhibit showing how Quincy Douglas started a low-income transportation service that became Suntran.
You must be very proud to have all this here.
This has been overwhelming.
Also a broadcaster, Bob Elliott has hosted fireside chats with well-known figures, and Dr. J wanted to help.
I said, "Jules, if you'll come, we've got the format. You'll be able to sit there, tell your story as we do with our oral historians here."
Dr. J was once the game's greatest player, also known for his dunks, and who many consider the reason for the NBA and ABA merger.
He really bridged the gap for a lot of African-American athletes to go into being the engagement person, the sponsor person, the person that does the appearances.
And now, next Thursday, 47 years after they were teammates, Bob Elliott and Dr. J will have a fireside chat at Palo Verde High School. Funds raised going to benefit the African American Museum in Southern Arizona.
He's got a remarkable life, and I think everybody will be looking forward to hearing him talk about his life and his words.
And that was Jason Barr reporting.